Hello everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to my Beautiful Nights channel. This is part 2 of my Macari bead haul. In part 1 I showed you guys a ton of cultured freshwater pearls. If you didn't see part 1, I really recommend that you go and watch it. I will link it down there below in the description bar. So now for this one I'm going to show you gemstones that I got, and there's so much gemstones that I'm going to do multiple videos on this. I might do 3 videos on the gemstones. I don't know. I'll see how it goes. I don't want these videos to be too long. So far I filmed part 1 and that was an hour and a half long. So let's go ahead and dive into the gemstone beads. And if you want to know more about Macari, go watch part 1. Like I said, I talked about it in there. And I will have a link for the website that I got these from down there below in the description bar. So here is the next bag I'm going to go through. I sorted these. I told you guys how a lot of this stuff was mixed together, and I organized it so I could show you better on camera, because this would take way longer than it is right now, and these videos are already going to be long. I know they are. But in here I separated 4 different kinds of beads. I have rose quartz, coral, cinnabar, garnet, and amethyst. So let's open this up and let's slide it back there. Let's do the rose quartz first. So here are smaller bags. Now I do have a few beads in here that aren't rose quartz, like this one here. I think this is agate, dyed agate. I found this strand in a bag, and then as I was going through more and more beads, I started finding these little beads throughout the rest. They're faceted and they're 8mm, and they are gorgeous. Love the color. It is beautiful. Okay, and I also got some cherry quartz. Not much, just a little bit. This is the cherry quartz. These are big. They're like 12mm. Faceted rounds. And cherry quartz are glass beads, by the way. They're not actually gemstones. But look at how pretty. Man, these are the prettiest. Definitely some of the favorite beads I got in this haul. Look at this one. Should show it with my hand away, that way you can see better. Each one of them are so unique. Look at that one. Looks like there's a hurricane inside of it. Very fancy right there. Those are super fancy. Okay, that was cherry quartz. And then I have more cherry quartz, but these are chips. Some nugget looking beads, chips and nuggets. And here's my bead scooper in case I spill any beads. And here is a bracelet with rose quartz. Looks like these are 8mm, 10, 12mm rounds. I will cut that up and put that into my bag because I'm assuming that's strung on some old elastic there. And then we have rose quartz rectangle, not cubes, but rectangle beads. And there are a lot of these. Look at this. I'm thinking there might actually be a full strand here. I was thinking that these would be cool in a loom bracelet, done as a wrap bracelet. Now, because they're so rectangly, if I strung them like this in a bracelet, it probably would not lay right because, you know, they're rectangles. So I think in between I might put round beads like that. But yeah, those would be really cool in a loomed wrap bracelet. And there is totally different grades of rose quartz. Look at how dark these are compared to that right there. That is one thing I don't like about buying rose quartz online, is I will see it and it looks like it's a really pretty dark pink, and then I'll get it and it's like Snow White. You can't even tell it's rose quartz. So that is one stone I like to buy in person. But this here was a huge hoard of beads that I got. All kinds of goodies. This is a mix of rose quartz beads. This one here, I guess it's a star cut bead. I don't know. It's enormous. It's the biggest one I've ever seen. I only have one strand of star cut beads in my stash. But look, right there's the hole. Isn't that gorgeous? It is giant. So big. I think it's a star cut. And this here, I don't know if this is rose quartz. I actually don't know what this is. It's dark. It's really pretty. Has a big hole. I can use that on cord. And then we have some cool shapes like this twisted one. That's a dark pink. This one's dark pink also. This one's really dark. See the darkness compared to that one? And then this here is 2-hole. It's a slider. There's another one of those. And then there's a faceted one in there. And this one has, like I talked about in my previous video, there is a cord in there with glue in it. And this is going to drive me crazy. I'm going to try to rescue these beads. I've tried clearing some of them with my bead awl, and that does work sometimes. But sometimes I can't get it out. So I might try putting these in acetone for maybe just like 10 seconds and trying to get them out and try to clear the holes out, because right now this bead is useless. So I'm better off risking trying to get it out and maybe damaging the bead than not being able to use it at all. So I don't know, I'll see. I'll try different things. I might do alcohol first. That might be safer than acetone, because acetone might actually alter some of the beads, but that might be my last resort. I don't know. I'll see how it goes. Alright, that was big mix. And then here we have 8mm. And as you can see, look. See how these here are real light? I started sorting the colors and I realized, oh, I'll just put them all together because they're all the same size. But there's some dark pinks in here, and then there's light pinks that are super light, like white. Oh, and one other thing. The sun does fade gemstones. So those could have been faded by the sun. That's why they could be lighter. And then we have some barrel-shaped rose quartz and some chips. And again, look at how dark. Those are really dark. And then we have a giant bag of rose quartz. These are huge. Like 10mm. And I think I have several different like grades here together, because some of them are super transparent and then some are really dark pink, and then we have the pale ones. So whenever I go to use them, I'll have to match them up best I can. These here look like a match. And there's another bead with a cord in it. I gotta try and rescue those beads. And then right here in my favorite bag of rose quartz. These are rose quartz hearts. I found these throughout all the bags. They were scattered everywhere. They are so pretty. Look at that. Aren't they precious? I love those. Beautiful. Here's some ones that are tiny. They're so gorgeous. That one's perfect. Love them. Wait a second. Do I have a couple different kinds? These here are thick. These are flatter. I think... Yeah, look at that. I might have different kinds. Those two are small, of course. But like these are really thick compared to those. Sometimes you like barely see a difference, and then when you start grouping them together, you could see that, oh yeah, they are different. But then they kind of, you know, blended in before, and you never noticed that they were different. Alright, so this is all the rose quartz. I'm going to put this back, and then we're going to move on to the next one. Okay, I'm going to show you guys the garnet. Here is the garnet. This is a lot. This bead was scattered throughout every single bag I found. It was in the findings, it was in the pearls, and I'm still finding it. Garnet is so gorgeous. I especially love it when it's the purpley garnet. Purpley red. So a bunch of these were mixed together. Some of them were separated. But there are 3mm garnets. Super pretty. Really nice quality. Those are 3. And then there are 4. It's kind of hard to sort these two sizes because they're so similar. I think what I could do, and I said this about the pearls, but to really match them up, I need to get a needle and thread and string them, and that way I could tell the difference between them better and match them up better. But yeah, those are 4. And then there are 6. Since these are bigger, I will open them for you guys. So gorgeous. Something else I've noticed sorting beads like this is the bead will look like it's the same bead, right? Same size, same shape. But then when you look at the holes, one bead will have a super tiny hole that you have to use with like bead string wire or thread, and another one will have big holes that you could actually use with cord. So that's like another thing to look at right there when you're trying to organize beads, is their holes, to see, you know, are they the same with the hole too? This here is so cool. I love this shape. I don't even know what to call it. It's shaped like rice, but instead of having the hole going through long ways, it's going through in the middle of the bead. See that? I'll get a different one. Right there. There's the hole in the middle. Isn't that cool? I've never seen this shape before. Like that with a hole in the middle. Some of these were on strands, but to get them to fit into the bag, I took them off the strands. But they are so cool. Very pretty. Now, I do have some garnet in my stash. When I was younger, I went to a flea market. It was a huge flea market. And there was a bead man. I think he's actually called Bead Man. And he was selling garnet and coral. I think those are the 2 things I bought from him. It was pink coral though. Nuggets and garnet nuggets. I got those from him. That's a lot. That's a lot of garnet. Really heavy. These are cool. These are beaded beads. These are beaded garnets though. And they're made with these nugget beads, like I said that I'd bought in the past, but they look like blackberries or raspberries. Aren't those cool? Like, I feel like I should take them apart because there's no telling how old these strings are. And some of them all are falling apart. The beads that you see here are for the ones that were falling apart, and I just finished taking them apart. Oh, there's actually a bead inside, so I've done this. See that? There's like a red pearl right there. See that? So sometimes when you make beaded beads, some beaded beads, when they are hollow, they smash and they mush. Like they don't keep a good shape. But if you can put a bead inside of them, a large bead to fill up the bead, it makes it look really cool. So I didn't notice this before, but they do have a bead in there to make them, you know, hard. But yeah, aren't those cool? They look like berries. Look like berries. And what they're made of, like I said, garnet nuggets. These here, I love these. And these are the ones, the kind that I bought before at a flea market. I love their shape. Okay. And then there's these, which I've never seen this shape before in a garnet. It is shaped like a diamond. See that? But they're really like organic. They're not super uniform, but I like that. I like the irregularness. It's cool. They are so shiny. They almost look like they have a luster finish on them. They are just super shiny. Okay, and then, let's see, did I close that? Right. And then there are these, which I thought that these were just on head pins, and then when I opened the bag, I found out that they're actually chains of garnet. Look at that. These are so precious. Now there's bald spots in some of them. See right there? But I have a pile here. So I actually don't want to take these apart. I want to try and fix them. I can study them and see how many bead links are supposed to be on each chain, and then I can put that back on and I can fix the rings to make sure that they are alright. There's actually an extender chain right there, so this is probably a necklace. But those are so cute! I love it like this. It looks like grapes. So yeah, I'm gonna try to fix that. Don't know when though. Don't know when. I got so much stuff to do. And then we have some big garnet here. This is 6, maybe 7 millimeter garnets. Now these here look a little rough. They're not as pretty as the other ones. So maybe they're not as high as a grade. I don't know. I hope the color's showing up. On my camera they look like they're black, but they are not black beads. And I know that my camera does not like reflective surfaces, so that's a problem too. And then there are these here. This is not a nugget. This is a chip. But I want to show you the color difference. These garnets here are so red. They're really red. All the other ones I got are like real purple, which is more my favorite. But this shade here is like super red. Like blood red. Okay, and then I have these here, which are barrels. These are cool. I kind of wish there was more of these, because I thought these would be awesome in wrap bracelets. I like barrels and rectangle beads in wrap bracelets and loom wrap bracelets, because I've used them before and they are just so cool in that style of bracelet. Look at the holes in these. They almost look like they're glass. They're just so smooth. You don't see the drill hole. I like those a lot. And then these, which I don't know what these are. I put them in here because they were the garnet color, but I kind of wonder if they are really old seed beads. I don't know. They seem like they're lightweight. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know what they are. But I do know that I have super round seed beads that are 11-ohs. And they kind of look like this, but these are just bigger. So I kind of thought they were seed beads. I think they might be dyed glass. It's a mystery. Now for the biggest bag right here. It's sitting over here. Look at this. This is so huge. I don't know if I took them all with the strands. I might have. Yeah, I did. This is Teardrop Garnet. This looks really cool, strong, and again, I think I took these off a strand because I knew what they were, and I wanted to fit them in that bag. And if I didn't take them off the strand, I would need a bigger bag, and I was running out of big bags. So, yeah, they're teardrops, but they're not all perfectly shaped. Like, some are big, some are tiny. This one here looks like a darn triangle. Oops. Different shapes, but they're so cool. They're really cool. Why is Garnet so darn shiny? It looks like it has the luster finish that they put onto check beads on it. It is just so shiny, man. Oh, it looks like I have a couple chip beads in there. Alright, that is all the garnet. I'm going to put it back now into this bag. Alright, let's go to the amethyst. Here's the amethyst bag. There's also fluorite in here. So I just put things in here that were purple, really. That's what I did. I was separating things by color. Because that's how I sort all my beads, by color. And then by kind. So these are fluorite, and they are sliders, which means they have 2 holes. Look at that. They're so cool with how the stripes are going like that, in that direction. Now these are meant for bracelets, but you could also use these in earrings if you wanted to, necklaces even. Some of them are kind of rough. Now I have heard that fluorite is a softer stone, so you have to be careful with it. What you do with it. It's a little fragile. One side is flat and one side's dome, so there is a top and bottom to this bead. Look at that, it's so cool. So I'm thinking this is probably a bracelet that was taken apart and broke. Okay, and then we have amethyst, but it's light purple, not dark, which I love. I bought a strand of light purple amethyst. It was the first time I saw it. It was a little pricey. I don't see it very often, but it's super pretty. Isn't that pretty color? So those are chips. And then I got a lot of rounds in this haul. And then these. Okay, so this is light purple, and then this here is the regular amethyst color that you see everywhere. And this is a mix of sizes. Isn't that pretty? Man, I love that pale purple. So there's 4s and here's, and here's, 4s and here's. 4mm in here, 6, 8s, there's 10s. I do wonder though if this is not amethyst, especially these, and if it's something else, because just look at how, I don't know, it could be the grade, but look at how transparent that is. It's really transparent. That one has green in it. There is a gemstone bead that I'm dying to get. It's kind of hard to get. I've only seen it on shopping channels. It's amethyst and citrine mixed together. I think it's called ametrine. It is gorgeous. So it's yellow and purple. But golden yellow. Beautiful. And here is the regular amethyst that everybody sees. And even here there's different grades. So like this one here is transparent, right? But this one here has little fractures in it, and there's white in it. They're both gorgeous. I love both of them. And these are big. These are like 10 millimeters. And I love the holes on these, because you see how the hole is rounded and smooth? It's not sharp. Some holes look terrible, and they are really rough on your string material. This one here is a rough hole, so maybe this one's not as high quality. Maybe that could be a difference there. Alright. Now these, I don't know if these are gemstone or glass, because they are just bizarre looking to me. I can't tell you what this shape is. Look at that. It's two-tone too. So see that? I don't know if it's glass or if it's an actual gemstone. Do you see that? One side's dark, one side's light. They have to be hand faceted. So I don't know. That one's definitely two-tone too. But really cool. They are very pretty. And then, this bag does not want to seal right. Then I have this cool mix of amethyst beads and some other agates and stuff in here. This bead is a gorgeous purple. It has an enormous hole, so I could put cord through here. I've been doing a lot of macrame. This bead looks like it's plastic, but it's not. It is cold. It is a gemstone. Man, it is so gorgeous. I could actually put this onto a necklace if I wanted to, like a chain, and wear it just like that. And this here, I think, is agate, because of the lines in it, and the color. Also has a nice size hole. There's two of these, but this one's a different color. Also longer and more narrow. And then this here, I think, is also an agate. I love that. It's a really big amethyst. Those three I think are 12 millimeters or 14s. It's a barrel shaped. And this is, I think, another amethyst, but it's that real pale purple. I have a lot of acrylic beads that are this shape. And then those two there. Rectangles. There is this bead in here. I don't know what it is. It's probably like a man-made bead. It could be like quartzite. I see that all the time. Dyed quartzite. Stuff is everywhere. It can be dyed into like any color. But this color here is so cool. I'm thinking it might be that quartzite stuff. It has nice holes though. They're not rough. They're very smooth, rounded, fancy looking. I don't know what it's called. But that color is gorgeous. These here are different. It's a different... I'll show you up close. It's a different color. Different material. But I love these. I keep finding these too throughout all the bags. I would find one bead here, one bead there. And I was waiting to find a hoard of beads in this color, but I just found these. But I got so much. These here I think are amethyst. They are rondelle shaped with flat sides. These might have come off like a bracelet. But look at that. Isn't that cool? I like that shape. So there's the light purple and the dark purple. And we have Faceted Amethyst, which I don't have like any faceted gemstones or pearls. That's why I was so excited about that one pearl I found. In my first haul, it was just one pearl. Out of all those pearls, one of them was faceted. I had never seen that before. Or found that. I have seen it online, but I've never, like, you know, had one in person. So I think these are faceted amethyst. It's like a 10mm round there. Beautiful. These are 6mm. These have large holes. Like 1mm holes. These here are even bigger. So I can use those with cords. Very sparkly. And then these, is this more agate? No, I don't know what this is. This might be quartzite. Purple. You can see these here have rougher holes. I always see rough holes in the quartzite beads. But they're pretty. It's a very pretty dark purple. Oh, these, I love these. These are amethyst. Oval shaped. Oh, there's a round in there. Don't know how he got in there. But look. Like the garnet I showed you earlier, the teardrops. See how they're oval shaped, but like the shapes kind of vary some. Some are big, some are small. Some of the shapes are off. But they're so beautiful. It's that round bead. I think I have rounds up here. Yeah, I'll put those together. And then here are 4mm amethyst. I love that size. 4mm is an awesome size. 4 and 6, use those a lot. I'll open this. Yep, he goes with them. And then there's this amethyst here, which is super dark, really dark. So these here I showed you were more of a light purple. And these here do have rougher holes. Not all of them look like that, but there's a hole. The holes are smaller. Just really dark bead. Almost black. And they're big. 10 or 12. And then the last bag for the amethyst is right here. Chips. Alright, I'm going to put this back and then we're going to go to the coral and Cinnabar. Here's the coral and Cinnabar beads. Now Cinnabar, it's been a long time, but I think Cinnabar is actually a wood bead that has something on it. I always thought they were made out of coral that was carved. But these here I found throughout all the bags, all the half-gallon bags. They are enormous. These two are. They're super cool. Look at that. They're heavy too. There's different patterns on them. This one has flowers. What? That one looks really hollow, like it's an air bubble or something in there. That's cool. Swirl. These ones match those. Here's a flower. Just some different shapes and patterns. It's a barrel. That one has a very tiny hole. Yeah, I can see light through it, but that is a tiny hole. Okay. Now coral was also another bead that was scattered out through everything. So we have, and there's different shades of the coral too. There's this 4mm coral, which is an orangey red shade. Okay. And then this shade, which is dark, rich red. This one's my favorite. I love that shade more. See that there? This one's orangey. This one's dark. And these ones here that are darker, you can see the coral patterns on them much better. See the coral markings? So these are 4mm, these ones are 5 or 6. And then there is a mix here of coral. There's actually a rose coral bead in here. It's really tiny, but it's carved out of coral. Here's more. So the pattern, the coral pattern on the bead. And then I have like oddball ones and stuff. Darker colors. This pink coral here is what I found at a flea market, and I don't see this one that much. I see red coral like everywhere. I've actually found it in bead stores, but the pink coral, it's more rare. I don't see that as often. There is a huge bag of coral beads. I don't know if this one's coral. This bead looks man-made to me. See how it looks like a bunch of different pieces that are just like put together? I think it's man-made bead. But this here, this is definitely coral. This one, I don't know. This one might be glass. It's really neat though, the pattern on it. It could be coral. Maybe that's why it looks like this, because it's the coral and it's faceted and how they shave the sides off. That's how the pattern shows us through, so that could be coral. Look at this one, it's hollow in the middle. Just a bunch. These here are 3mm coral, and I think there's 3 different like grades of coral, but I just mixed them all together because they were all the same size. Except for that one, that big one. I don't know how that got in there. And then there is coral. I don't know what you'd call this. It's not chips. Branches. They're very fragile though. They're super thin. Very, very fragile pieces. And then there's these here, which are thicker. And then this mix which was big pieces, little pieces. I found this scattered throughout all the half-gallon bags. of gemstones and pearls that I bought. So that is the rest of the coral. I'm going to put this away, and then we're going to go to another huge bag. So now I'm going to show you what's in this bag, and sorting, going through all this stuff. I just put earth tone colored beads in here. So there is fancy jasper, there's bone, there's amber, there's Amazonite, leopard skin jasper, carnelian, a big mix of earth tone colors. So I'm going to turn it around, open it up, and go through it. Oh, there's a wood too. Wooden beads. I have a ton of wooden beads. I really do. But this one strand here, I gotta show you. I thought this was really cool. Is it this one? Not that one, but I do love that one. That's a pretty strand of wood beads. This one. This one's carved, and there's Chinese symbols on it. And I thought this was cool, because I don't have wooden beads like this. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Fancy. And this is a guru bead. A wooden guru bead. There's two of them. So I thought that was cool. Just wanted to show you guys that. I will take those off the cord and put them into a bag, by the way. Okay, so that's that. And then there is fancy jasper. Now, fancy jasper is difficult to sort through because when it's mixed with other beads, you know, there's so many different colors in fancy jasper. So it's hard to tell if I actually have fancy jasper or if this was jade or aventurine, or cornelian, because, you know, they look similar to other beads. But I tried my best. I do like fancy jasper. It is very pretty. The colors, I love the purple on it. And the teal, look at that one. Specks in there. So yeah. I also have faceted fancy jasper that I found. Okay, so that was a mix of sizes. And then, I still feel like I could sort this stuff even more. But, you know, I tried my best. This is more fancy jasper, but these here are on strands. There's a lot of green in fancy jasper beads. These are 10 millimeter. This strand is gorgeous. Love that one. There's 3 of those. I almost didn't order the bag that had this one in it. I think this was one of the last 2 gemstones that she had for sale. But it was such a good deal. You know, it was most of the bags were half-gallon bags, and they were marked at $49 up to $59 being the most expensive. But most of the bags were in the $49 range. It was a half-a-gallon bag full of either the freshwater pearls, cultured freshwater pearls, or gemstones. Huge variety. So these here are bone, and I don't know the difference between bone and ivory. That is something else I have to research. I gotta research that, but wow, these are incredible looking. I do wonder if it's ivory. I don't know. I have a lot of bone beads in my stash, and they don't look this pristine. So I have to research that. Here's a pendant. Or maybe it's not a pendant. Oh no, there's glue on it. You know what that means? It's going to be hard to get off. That's what that means. Well, I could cut that off and use this hole, because this hole here works. So maybe this went on a belt or something. I don't know. This also could not be bone or ivory, and it could be resin or even acrylic, because you can fake bone. You know, with resin and acrylic. This one's definitely bone. That is a bone bead right there. And then here are some teeny tiny 3mm. They look like agate beads to me. Don't know for sure though. And here's shell. I have a lot of these. I have a ton of these actually. I think I gave most of them away because I just had so much and I didn't know what to do with them. I think I gave them to my mom's friend's mom who does craft stuff, and she does a lot of stuff with shells, so I gave a bunch of stuff to her. And then these, I don't know if these are cornelian. I don't think they are. I don't know. But the whole size is great for macrame. And it's a cool color. I like this color. It's orangey, but it's not like a obnoxious orange. It's muted. I need to go back and do some more research on jade, because these might be jade. I don't know. Jade comes in more than one color. I didn't know that, but now I do. These are gorgeous. These are shell. I love these. Michael's has these, and I've tried getting them on clearance or on sale, but when I go, the color tag is never on sale, and then when it is on sale, I can't go, so I never end up getting them. But I did get some here, as you can see. Not a full strand, but they are so pretty. They're shell. It's made from shell. I love those. It's like a caramel color with white in it. It's just gorgeous. And then these Agate Drops. These are incredible. I found one of these in one of the bags. And then I think it was the bag that I got a lot of the Jasper in. When I bought that, I got 6 more, and I was like, yes! Look how huge! Huge agates. Big holes. These would be awesome for tassels. You guys know they're like making tassels. But like the top of the bead for the tassel, and do the, I like doing loops of seed beads at the bottom. Those would be cool. And here is a amber, by the way. Amber is not cold like a gemstone. It's actually warm. It's super lightweight. It kind of feels like a plastic bead. But look at that. It's still on the strand with the tassel that they sell it on. Pretty cool. It's incredible how lightweight it is. Beautiful color. And there is a bag of amber in here somewhere. This one. This was a mix of amber beads. It's super lightweight. I found this again throughout everything. Look at the little nuggets. That one's really pretty. That one there. There's an amber heart. That one's gorgeous. I like this one too. That one's really golden. I have another light set up, by the way, so hopefully it's better than what it's been. That one's also really neat. That one I think has dirt in it. That one's a dark amber. That one's actually sparkly inside, a little sparkly. Pretty neat though. What a mixture, huh? Different shapes. This one's actual plastic. That's not an amber bead. Yeah, I can tell that's plastic. There's a seam on it going around it. I can see that seam. There's also an air bubble in it. And it's just too perfect round, so I know that's plastic bead. Don't open bag. This I think might be carnelian and something else. Agate maybe, because of all the stripes and bands in it. Very pretty. Here's a close-up. I think these look great together. They weren't actually together, but I put them together because I like them together. Those are 6mm. And then citrine. I love citrine. Citrine's kind of hard to find. I don't see it very often. Golden honey, yellow color. It's really pretty. These are nuggets and chips, and they're quite big, as you can see. Look how big some of these are. There's a big one there too. Here's some garnet. Oh, not garnet. Carnelian. I think it is. I think. We don't know for sure. We're guessing. We think it is. And is this bead the same as that one? I think so. Kind of straggler. Yeah, that matches. So put these away. Now these might be, it might be quartzite. But don't know, they could be anything really. There's some gemstones out there with the craziest names. And then there is leopard skin Jasper. This is so cool. I love this Jasper. Look at that. I do have a strand in here. Full strand of leopard skin Jasper. I don't have much of this in my stash. I think I have one 6mm strand and then leopard skin chip beads. But it is so bizarre. It looks man-made. Doesn't it? Doesn't it look man-made? It looks like it's painted or something. It just looks... It doesn't look real. It looks fake. It's too pretty. It's incredible. And then this here, I don't know what this was, or is, but it was on a strand with a tassel, so it might be something fancy. Usually, you know, bead strands with tassels on them or fancy strands, they cost extra, so I don't know what this is, but it's a barrel shape. It's a golden color, very earthy. It's beautiful. There's a lot of them. Barely fits in his bag. There's tiger's eye too. Here's tourmaline. This is really small. I don't know if I want to open that one. Gemstone chips. Really tiny pieces. I was finding tourmaline throughout this here. These Tourmaline Rondelles, I love them. I definitely gotta open this. I found these throughout, everywhere. They were in the pearls. They were everywhere. And they are so beautiful. I think it's a mix of two different sizes that I have here. They're really pretty. I know my camera doesn't like reflective surfaces, but look at that. I love those. I get excited every time I found more and more of those. There. And then this, I don't know what this is. And here is Tiger's Eye 4mm. Here's some 6mm and some tube-shaped Tiger's Eye. Oddball stuff. And then here are more of those shell beads that I showed you earlier. The other ones are cream colored, but they go. These. Cream colored, but these here are white. They're also beautiful. I love those. And there's 2 blue ones in there. And then these are so cool. I don't know what this is. There's 2 other carved beads that I just stuck in here because these were carved, but I don't know what these are. These came on these strands. I did not put them on these strands. Look at that. What are these beads? They look like pumpkins or gourds. They're all so stinking cool. Aren't they epic? Here's the other strand. So there's both of them. So these were together just like that in one bag. And then I found these, which I'm probably going to put these in another spot where I have a lot of the carved things at. I found these somewhere in a bag. There's only 1 of each. They're both really neat. I don't know what they're made of. This one's cool too. And then more fancy Jasper, but these are the faceted ones. Faceted, and look at this one right here. This bead is pink, purple, green. There's a brown circle in it. It is so pretty. This one here is like teal with pink. Love that. They're all so cool. So those there all have facets, and these 2 also have facets, and they're the fancy Jasper. These here, I think, are agate too. They are gigantic. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put this back in the bag. I had a hard time getting it in there. These are like nuggets, I guess. Stones. Right there's a hole. The hole's pretty small to be such a huge bead, I'd say. But they're really cool, and I think they would be awesome for wire wrapping. I like wire wrapping beads like this that have a hole in it because I feel like it's more secure. And plus, you can really wrap it around, you know, do some swirls and stuff. But these are cool. Really big rocks. I'm just going to put that to the side and close the lid. Okay, I think this is sandstone. There's different size rounds in there. There's a big one in there. There was a ton of these in sliders somewhere. Here they are. There was a bracelet of them, and then I found a few sliders that were separate. One of the beads in the slider were broken, so I tossed that one. It was damaged pretty bad. But that's them right there. I have a fish charm, well, it's fish bead, carved out of this material right here, and it is so darn cute. I've had him forever. I love him so much. It's one of those beads that you hoard, and it's like one day you'll find something special to do with him, but he's like extra special, you know, because you love it so much. This here is also tourmaline, I believe. It's only a few pieces in there. And then some more. Some kind of a brown bead. Don't know what it is. But they're big. And then here is Tiger's Eye, and these are really gorgeous. Tiger's Eye. Look at those. They're 10mm too, so they're big. There's a lot of them. And this bead here, I really like this, but I don't know what it is, what stone is. But I think it's cool looking. Here is more agate. These are big. Really big. And I think these are pretty old. The reason why I say this is my mom used to have gemstone necklaces made with beads just like this. They would be round, but not perfectly round. If you look at this, it's round, right? But if you look at it, like, you can see that it's off. But it has gigantic holes, huge holes, and it's kind of rough looking. But these look so much like the beads in her old necklaces that she had. So I think they're pretty old. But they are cool. I've always felt like... Oops, totally missing the hole. I've always felt like the things that were made back in the day are so much more better quality compared to the things that are made today. It's like, I've gone to Goodwill and thrift stores, and I've got clothes, okay? And I've had some of the clothes last longer than clothes that I've bought brand new. Like, I still today have things I've bought years back at thrift stores than some of the clothes I bought brand new. So it's almost kind of like you're better off buying thrift store clothes because it's already been tested and it's going to last you longer than stuff that's brand new. I don't know. It's just something weird that I've noticed. I was talking to my mom about it. She was telling me about this thing that she had got at thrift store, and she's had it for like a decade, and she finally found one similar to the one that she had now, and she's going to replace it. But the one she's had forever, and watch the new one that she just bought not last as long as the one she got at thrift store. Here are more Tiger's Eye, and they are huge. So these were 10. These are like 12 or 14. They are huge. I barely have any Tiger's Eye in my stash, so I'm happy to get these. That one is awesome, man. Look at that. Now, I think I have, later on I'll show you, I think I have petrified Z beads. Petrified wood Z beads. I found them online, and it was $100 for them, a strand of them, so, I don't know. I'll show you when I get to that point. These are more, Tiger's Eye. These are even bigger than those ones I just showed you. This one here is incredible. This bead all by itself is so pretty. Like, there's a little dimple right there, but I don't care. The patterns on it, the way the light hits it, that's incredible. I love that. And this, I don't know what this is. I want to say I've seen this before. I don't think it's Tiger Eye. It looks like there's Tiger Eye in it, but then it kind of looks like pyrite. And maybe it's like a mixture or something. I don't know. That's an incredible bead. It's really heavy. Oops. And then there are some other things in here, like Faceted Tiger's Eye. Wow, Faceted Tiger's Eye is the bomb. Okay, we still have more. Here is more leopard skin Jasper in different shapes. There is a huge one in there. Some other little pieces. I actually have a bunch of like leopard, well, not a bunch, but small amounts of leopard skin Jasper like this, where it's just like oddball pieces here and there from necklaces and things that I've gotten and taken apart. These beads are cool, really cool. I wish there was more of these. I think this one is some kind of an agate. And this one here, I lost the name. I knew what it was and then I forgot it. This one here, oh, is it red jasper? It might be red jasper. That one. But there's actually two different kinds of beads in here. Aren't those beautiful? Those are so cute. And there's more. This here, let's jump to this real quick. So this here is bone, which I thought I had it all in one bag, but I guess it didn't. This here is carved. I gotta research and look for this one. I found this one online a couple nights ago, and the seller was selling two of these beads, this same exact bead, for $150. They said the name of it, of what this bead is called. It looked exactly like this one, but I don't know. I gotta go back and research. It was a unji or something like that. It was made for a garment, clothing. But anyways, I don't know what it's made out of. I gotta do more research. But this one here is sort of similar to it. See how it was like cut here, and then that was placed inside? Both sides are like that. They're really cool. I love them. Here's some more again. I think it's a bone or something. Oh, and look at the closure. This is bizarre. It is a barrel clasp, right? Which I've already told you guys I don't like. But it is a screw. It is bone. It's a bone barrel clasp. I didn't think that's possible. Oh, and look at this too. This blew my mind right here. This. It's another barrel clasp, but it's not shaped like a barrel. It's two beads that it's basically a bolt, and right here is the nut, and you close it like that. Now this one's cleared out to where I can re-glue the end in there, but this one still has a cord in it, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to get that one out. It's so old, I might actually get it out. That is something, you know, when glue gets old over time, it like totally loses its strength and falls out. So maybe some of the beads I have that have clogged holes, maybe eventually the cord will just kind of like come out by itself over time. Here's another one that has the screw holes in there, so they are definitely some kind of a bone. Okay, cool. I love these two. Right here. This is what I was talking about. So these are Z beads, okay? Now Z beads are ancient. They recently figured out how to make them. I bought new ones. But I found some of these ancient Z beads in this haul of stuff that I got. Now this one here, I'm kind of wondering if it's not agate but made of petrified wood because of what I saw online. But my necklace here, this is actually a necklace, it's falling apart, but I found one that was completely intact online, and they were selling theirs for $100. A strand of these. But look at that. Is that petrified wood? I think it is. It's hard. Like, it does not sound. It does not sound like, you know, regular wood. It sounds kind of like a gemstone, but it has a wood look to it. So I know these are super, super old. Really cool. Look at the patterns. Oh, in case you didn't know, Z beads are spelt D-Z-I. A long one. You see mostly this shape in the Z beads when you look for them. I bought my Newsy beads at Lima Beads. They have a really nice selection of them. So yeah, those there are so cool. Like I said, I found the same ones for $100. It was a necklace. It was completely intact. But the beads themselves, they sell for a lot of money. If they're ancient. These here, I think, are Garnet. Not Garnet. I keep saying that wrong. Carnelian. I think they're carnelian. They are big. Oh, they're so cold. 12 or 14 millimeter. And then there's so much more. More garnet. Not garnet. Carnelian. Good grief. That's a bracelet. And then here are some remnants to some other pieces. And I guess this is some kind of a tiger's eye. But it's not the traditional brown. It might look brown on the camera, but it's actually kind of like a burgundy, like cherry wood color. They're faceted. I have not seen this one before. So the one, by the way, back to this, the one that I found that was the same exact as this, they were selling for $100. I think they were saying that it was petrified wood Z beads, because Z beads are normally made out of the agate material. I don't know what these are, but they're a gemstone, and it is a pretty yellow color. There's some more. I do wonder if these are fancy Jasper, because they kind of look like those. I might have these in the wrong bag. These might be fancy Jasper. I just kind of realized that. These are neat. I like this shape. There's a bunch of these. They're super shiny. Look at that shape too. And oh my god, there is this strand of Amazonite. When I saw this in the picture, it looked okay. Just okay, right? I'm like, oh, there's a big strand of Rondelle Amazonite graduated. But it didn't look that exciting to me. But when I got it, oh my gosh, this looks so incredible in person. I think all the beads are on it. It might be missing a few. I don't know. But oh my gosh. Look at how pretty. I hope this camera's doing it justice. Because like I said, when I saw the picture of this, it didn't look that exciting. But man, is it beautiful in person. They are so huge. And I like that the biggest bead is the blue. Because that's my favorite color. So there's 2 small ones here. 6 here. So I can just slide the other ones over to make it even on each side. So pretty. Now this here, I think, is all plastic beads. This necklace. There weren't many necklaces that were intact like that in here. This is some strange bead I found. Here are some chip beads. There's carnelian, what I think is peridot, and blue lace agate, which is very expensive bead. And I did find one 10mm blue lace agate bead throughout all these 12 bags, 12 half gallon bags that were filled. And I was like, oh my gosh, I wonder if there's more. And I just kept looking and looking, but I only found one. So I wonder if that bead I found went to some other beads that were sold in another bag. Here are some more tiger's eye. Those are 8mm. And here is some citrine, barrel shaped and rondelle shaped citrine. And this here, I think this is a wood bead. I have a lot of wood beads. I've collected them from thrift stores. I've never bought wood beads new. I've always bought beaded purses, belts, and I've taken them apart. I've made like beaded turtles and 3D turtles and stuff out of my wooden beads. But these here, I think this is a palm tree bead. It's made of a palm tree because those little polka dots right there. It's kind of giving that away to me. This is a guru bead. There's 3 holes in it, which I didn't notice that before. So this was probably on a bracelet. But aren't those cool? Wooden palm tree beads. They have little specks like that on them. Here is more amber. And then this here, oh, this is cool. This is a bracelet. It's falling apart. I just ripped the bag. But there is, it's carnelian. I found these throughout the bag, but this here was in its own bag. And this is something that is carved. I don't know what the animal is, but he's really darn cool. Look how it's carved. Isn't that cool? And I'm sorry for yawning, but I'm tired, and I've been filming for like 5 hours now, believe it or not. I'm going to try and film this entire haul today. I know it's going to be super long, so I apologize if I seem tired. Alright, there's a few bags left. What is this? Oh, yes, yes. This is Rutilated Quartz, I believe. Now, she did have, I don't know if it's still available, but she had a bag of Rutilated Quartz that she was selling. Mostly this color. That was still on her page. But these here, the clear ones, they have that gold, what looks like gold threads going through the beads. Look at that. So cool. These here again, I found this bead throughout all of the bags. I just kept finding one here and there. They were everywhere. I had so many containers out everywhere on sorting this. You know what I did? I went and I got my, I still had some containers from the Dollar Tree, the Surefresh square tubs. I took a whole bunch of those, took all the lids off, and I just lined them up on my desk, and I was grabbing the beads and putting them in the containers. That's what I used. I think this is agate. These were spread out too for the collection. These are gorgeous. They got some really pretty bands on there. And these, I don't know what this is. I was kind of wondering if it was African Opal, because I have some African Opal that I've been getting in subscription boxes, and they kind of look similar to those beads. So I was wondering if that's what it was. And these are incredible. I don't know what this is. I saw this one time, I think on a Lima Beads email. This gemstone. It is so bizarre. It's really cool. Look at that. What is that? Do you guys know what this is? Look at the patterns in it. I only got a few of them. They're really cool. Alright, so that was it. I'm going to cut the video off here, and I'm going to film part 3. I'm thinking this is already pretty long. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Look out for part 3. There might also be part 4 and 5. I'm thinking I might have to do 5 parts because of all the stuff that I have. But yeah, I hope that you're enjoying this, and if there's anything here that you know what it is, tell me down in the comments. Tell me at what time that you saw that thing, in the video. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Look out for part 3, like I said. Please like this video, leave me a comment, subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and make sure that you click the bell button so that you get notified whenever I upload new videos. And check me out on my social media sites. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Thanks for watching.